Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is day 34 of our cruise around the world, and it is supposed to be a pretty nasty sea day. It looks okay right now, but there's stuff brewing on the horizon supposedly, so let's find out. Now I came up to deck 10, the walking deck area, to get a better view of the weather. It is windy. Now we're cutting a different way across the ocean right now, but it is feeling like it's starting to rain. And there is a little cloudiness coming up in the horizon for us, so we'll see. It is almost 9 a.m. right now. The bad weather is supposed to start between 10 and 11 today and last till about 10 to 11 o'clock tonight. So we'll see. We do have all indoor activities planned today. The pools are still open, so it makes me think it can't be that bad because they would have shut down the pools. That did happen to us on our Hawaii cruise, where one day they just shut the pools down because it was too wavy. The pool was creating its own little current and the captain didn't want anybody in it. But the outdoor pool and the indoor pool are still open and available for people to swim. So we'll see. Now it is a sea day, but there's no coffee with Kimberly today. Today they're doing a big open house for Project Linus, so let's go see what's there. All right, it's me in the elevator. I felt really out of place. Kimberly was walking around. There was all kinds of people walking around saying, join in, join in, join in. My grandmother taught me how to crochet, but I could never turn a corner. And if she couldn't teach me back then, I highly doubt I can learn now. So I ended up leaving, but everybody looked like they were having a great time, raffling things off. They've got the screen set up to beam in Beth later. That's the president of Holland, so looked like a nice time. Just not my thing. Came up to the Lido pool. They teach a Polynesian dance class every day. The water is really flowing in this pool. But check it out. They've got a pretty good crowd. It is cooking demo time. It is the head chef Neil again. I thought it was going to be a regional guy, but it's the head chef, and they're cooking the fish dish for tonight. It's a black cod. I do like black cod. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to get tonight for dinner, but I do like it. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully Kimberly is here and she's not still up at the Project Linus thing, because Neil is slightly hard to understand. He's from Scotland, I want to say. So he does have a very thick accent. But he, and if it's Tiffany with him, they're hysterical. So let's give it a go. So we decided to do something a little different today. We decided to go to the Deal or No Deal game show. I guess it's very similar to bingo. You buy a card, but I don't know how the rest of it works, so we're going to hold off on buying anything and just observe and see what it is. But look at how cute it is. They've got the little screen there, and they've even got a phone for the banker. And they've got a button over yonder, but I think I'm going to get somebody's head in the way. There's a button over there on that table. Trying to make it look realistic. All right, Deal or No Deal was pretty fun. That was cute. I might actually play along one time. Weather's came out here to deck 10. Weather's not quite as bad as I think he was making it sound, but at the same time, it is a weird crosswind. But check this out. He didn't close the pool, but they had all the pool furniture pulled, stacked, and tied down in anticipation of things. Same as this deck. Normally there's lounge chairs, but they're all stacked behind me. But it also looks kind of ominous out. Check a look. Or take a look. I was trying to say check it out and take a look at the same time, and that's what it came. But take a look. This would be the horizon. It's very windy once I got away from those chairs. Whew. Crazy looking. Okay, future Meredith here. This is the next day. We are currently docked in New Caledonia. I'll give you a sneak peek of our lovely port setting. When it was dinner time last night, the ship really started rocking, and apparently the wind died down, and the lower the wind, the more the ship rolls, like a left to right sort of thing on top of our galloping that we were doing. And it very rarely happens to me. I've been on probably 30 cruises in the past like 3 years. We've been avid cruising for about 3 years. I got really seasick. I think I waited too long to take anything because it just wasn't as bad as they said it was going to be at 11, 12, 1, 2, or 3. But by 4 o'clock, I was feeling it. And by 4:30, I was done for the night. I did not even leave the room. C went to Lido Buffet, but I was so sick, she couldn't even eat. It's very comical. It's the first time I've ever seen Holland put out little vomit bags. I didn't even know they had them. I've seen them on Royal Caribbean before. We had a really rough one on Mariner of the Seas one time where it was real bad. But I don't know, something about last night got to me, so it wasn't very good. But for the most part, the rest of the day was really good. It was windy, but we had lots of activities that we did in the morning. By the afternoon, everything really started to turn. And me could not finish. I hate that I missed the cocktails with Kimberly was with the Polynesian cultural ambassadors. I hate that I missed it, but it's just an unfortunate thing. Couldn't make it at dinner. Unfortunate thing. I will say this. C went down to the dining room to let them know that we were not coming because she's pre-ordered, and we didn't tell our server. And that's just courtesy if you're not going to show up to let your server know, because we've been there several times and our iced tea's already been sitting on the table. So she went down to tell them, and the maitre d' saw her standing out there in shorts and kind of went out and got her and was like, is everything okay? Like, what are you doing? And she said, Meredith's sick, which they call me either Mary or Mary on this ship. Meredith's very difficult for some of the languages. So I just wanted to let you know that we're not coming. And they were kind enough to tell her, like, hey, if I start feeling better or if she wants her meal, room service will be more than happy to deliver it up to the room, to just call and tell them that we can get room service from the main dining room. Now, I've always heard you can get room service from the main dining room. You can always get it if it's like medical. Like if you're quarantined by medical, you're always going to be able to get room service from the dining room. There's been conflicting information whether everybody can get room service from the dining room at any point in time or if it's just reserved for certain times. But last night was a night where we could have called up and said, hey, can you send up the baked potato soup or a plate of spaghetti, because that was in the main dining room last night. That's what I was going to get. Could not eat it. So I ended up not eating a thing. She got a couple little things from the Lido Buffet. She got me one of my softy rolls that I love so much. I couldn't even eat that. It was just not a good night for me. The Rockin' and Rollin' stopped around 10 o'clock last night, and by then I still wasn't hungry. So that was the end of our day. But like I said, it was a nice day. We had a nice day up until I got sick. But obviously we make it to New Caledonia. Everything's good. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow us along. Tomorrow's video is definitely from New Caledonia, and you know that there's not a cliffhanger on that bad boy. We made it. Everything's good. And the weather's actually been pretty nice in New Caledonia today too. So like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Good night.